Alright, what's up, guys? So this video is just a tip guide slash something to help you get a better leverage on the game. It's for beginners, but it doesn't have to be. Some of these things I would never have thought of because on the forums I made a post and I said, give me your tips here, give me your guide here, whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and take top 10, whatever. Not really sure how much I'm not going to do, but it's just going to be me reading the screenshot of the tip, and then I'll show you in game so you get a visual of it. And guys, these videos do take a while to make, so if you guys really do enjoy, please subscribe and like and all that jazz. So thank you, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so here's the first one we're going to go over. This one's by KG75. He's a senior member on the forums. This is just what he has to say. Never use street credits to roll for bosses. You will never get any decent ones, and street credit is vital to the progress of the bosses you do have. Say whatever goals you can to roll for bosses. You're much more likely to get an ordinary. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you this in-game, what he's talking about. Alright guys, we are now in-game. I'm just going to go show you what he was talking about. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see. So he says never use street credit to roll for bosses. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've gotten from rolling for bosses with street credit. Every single green, this is what I've gotten. But most likely, other than that, I've gotten the plants, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what the real name is. Herbs. Alright. None of these elites right here. None of them. Not even this legendary. That was from gold. So he says never do that because all you do is get ordinaries and you don't really want those. He says the street credit is vital to the progress of the bosses you do have. Alright, so I don't have any bosses to level up, but if I was going to, let's see, if I went into Shippo Guns, I went to upgrade. Right here, to upgrade him to level 60, I'm not sure how much it would be, but I'm pretty sure from level 20, to level up from level 20 to a 2-star boss, you must have a $10,000, I think 20 flames, and you have to have like 1,000 street credit. It's something like that. But every single time you want to upgrade a boss, you have to have a certain amount of street credit, and street credit doesn't come easy, as we all know. So he says, say whatever gold you get to roll for bosses. That's because that's the best way to get gold other than hiring with boss shards. I don't have any, so I can't do it right now, but I do have some rolling videos, so go check those out. So that's pretty much all he's talking about in this tip, so let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright guys, so the next tip is from, I remember from the forums, of course. He doesn't have a name, but his ID number, I guess we could say, is 1968-23-42-9. He says, if you roll a duplicate boss, check its talent. It may be better and worth leveling other than you already have, since re-rolling talents cost 300 gold and aren't always better than the one you currently have. Some talents are more useful to some bosses than others. So that's a really good point. And guys, remember, I'm reading this as they say it, so if it's worded weirdly, I'm sorry, but that's why I'm explaining it in the video also. And he leaves a link to the talents. So I'll leave that in the description. I'll also leave this forum post in the description so you can go ahead and check that out. We need some more forum members there. So let's go ahead and look at this in game. Alright guys, we are in game now, so let's go ahead and check it out. So he says if you roll duplicate bosses, check their talents. So let's go see. I have any duplicates? Okay, so I have, let's see, I have Lena Sites, maybe. I don't really know how to pronounce this first word right here. Alright, so her talent on this one is Stoked. Gain 20% energy at the start of a battle. Alright, now this other 37 one is increase attack and max hit points in battle by 4%. So, different things, different talents are better for different bosses. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and check this one. Recover 1% hit point each time the boss makes an attack. Deals 105% damage to nearby enemies upon death. I personally don't think this is great at all, because he's somewhat of a strong boss compared to like Shibo Guns. He dies right off the back if you use him wrong. So as he just says, his different talents are better on other ones, so you might want to level that one up instead of leveling the other one up. Now let's go ahead and check this 52 out. He has Postal, just like the other one. Now let's check this one. Gains 20% energy at the start of a battle. Now see, True Change dies pretty early, but he gets right in the middle of the battle, so you might want Postal on him other than this other one, but it's kind of personal preference there. So I'll be sure to leave the link to the talents, which is really important because I had questions about that when I started, and I'll leave the link to the forums post on there too, so you guys can check that out. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright guys, on to the next one. Shout out to Osriel. He gave a bunch of great tips. He's starting a YouTube channel soon, I'm pretty sure. So once he does, I'll go ahead and shout him out on one of my videos. So on this tip, he says, when selecting the Fight Club, the tower icon allows you to set up a lineup to defend your rank when others challenge you. Make sure to update it as you gain more bosses. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like in game. Alright, so let's go ahead and it says I got a message, but I don't see it, so forget that. Alright, so see, here's the arena, whatever you want to call it, Fight Club. This is the tower one. So we'll go ahead and go into here, let it load. Alright, so see how I have all mine over here? You can click Edit, Setup. Never have 2, 2, or 3, none of that. If you're going to have something, you're either going to have your tank, whatever you have as your highest tank. Let's see, so him, and then you're going to have all the rest over here. And if you're not going to do that, then you should have them all on one side so they can fight on, or if no one's in there, they'll just go ahead and, go all the way across. So usually I have mine set up as the tank in the front, pretty boy. I put Shibo Guns right there, Hazmat right there. I put him in the back, and then I usually put her in the back. Just the way I like to do it. But yeah, so that's it for this one. Let's go on to the next one. Alright guys, I was reading through these, and this may have been one of the best tips I've seen, because this, if you do not have a full team of legends and you raid like me, like normal people would do, not normal, but the everyday Joe that can't pay so much to get all those bosses, then this one's for you, because this is like, this will blow your mind if you've never seen it before, because let's see, 177135939. Pretty sure it was the same dude from last time gave this tip. Let me go ahead and read it. When starting a raid / mission, learn to recognize Little Taffy, Hazmat, Panda, and Raphi. These are the multi-unit attacking bosses. They can take out large groups of soldiers with one hit. So use your bosses to stop them, especially the little blonde with pigtails and red. She is horrible, and she's an ordinary. She's taken out all my troops at once multiple times. So what I've done is to counter her, I'll go ahead and I'll show you that in game. Alright guys, so we're in game now. We're gonna go ahead and look for it. I think I have full troops here, not sure, don't really need them. I'm not gonna attack someone online, don't want to break my shield. As you see, I got a 8-hour shield there. We're just gonna go in here. I'm not sure if she's on here, but I'm just gonna show you what I do to eliminate Little Taffy, Hazmat, all them, what I do to try to counter them. Let's see. We'll go ahead and I hope one of them are in here. Alright, here we go, Little Taffy. Usually real people, not missions, dungeons, whatever you want to call these. Usually they're on the inside. And what I'll do is I'll take my all my heroes and bosses except for Shibo Guns, and I'll place them down to get through the wall. Okay? And then after that, after they eliminate her, that's when you send the troops in, because they won't get eliminated. So, well, failure. I clicked in, but it didn't want to let me do it, so, oh well. see. And another tip, guys, I saw this on there, but it wasn't worth doing its own little segment for, was if that happens and you do not put a troop down, you will still have your 5 out of 5 or whatever you do, 4 out of 4. So yeah, so just try to eliminate her first or any of those you see, because if not, all your troops will be gone, and I promise you, all of them. It has ended raids within top 20 seconds of the raid, so go ahead and eliminate her if you can. So yeah, let's get on to the next. Alright guys, on to the next tip. I just kind of realized this is Osriel's. I think that's how you say his name. He's gonna be in my gang. I've been talking to him for a while. I just realized that some of these tips are him, just like the last one. And he has 2 other great ones here. This one I can't really put into a video, so I'm just gonna say it and explain it to you. It says, if you plan on leveling a low-ranked boss by raiding other players with all your other high-ranked bosses, be aware that you suffer a higher street credit penalty if you lose than if all your bosses were ranked or higher ranked. I'm guessing this just means if you go in with all legendaries and 1 ordinary and you lose, then you get minus more street credits. Alright, the next one says, owning bosses builds reputation. The higher the level, the more rep they offer. Ordinary bosses offer the least rep, and legendaries the most. For example, a level 20 legendary offers as much as a level 50 elite. So this just means you have Shibo Guns level 20, it equals 50 elite pretty boy. I can't really put anything to video those. This is just something for me to read out to you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the next one, guys. Alright, so can't really do a video on this one, but it's a great tip for some people that don't know it. It's let's see, does he have a name? He's a full member, but doesn't have a name, just has a number. But let's go ahead and read it out, because I want to give a shout out to him. 177135939. Thank you for this tip. It says, bosses only gain experience from participating in raids and missions. They do not gain anything from the fight club or defending your compound. So pretty much means you either need to put him in raids, or now that there's tower garrisons, you need to put him in your tower. When this tip was made, there wasn't tower garrison, so I'm supposing that's why it was said. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, 2 more. Thanks for hanging there with me. This one's from 177135939. Alright, so he pretty much explains the attack speed for bosses. Not sure if he stole this, made up himself, but shout out to you for posting it. He says, he gives like the little math for it, and then he says, when a boss has 1000 attack speed, then when they attack, they must wait 1 second, 1000 milliseconds before they can strike again. The lower the number is, makes them faster. So 500 is faster than 1000. So that'd be a half a second. So the higher you get that, the higher your attack speed, pretty much. Alright, so let's get on to the last one. You guys might find this humorous. Alright guys, finally on the last one here. This one's just funny. King H posted it. Pretty much simple. He said, pro tip, can't beat someone, ? Then spend more money. Not everybody can do that, King, but go ahead and do it, man. Hope you reach #1 spot soon, and big shout out to you and Komar. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hoped it helped. If it did, comment. If you have any suggestions, you have any criticism, I don't care. Go ahead and comment below. This video did take a while, guys, to make, so if you like it, thumbs it up. If you didn't like it, thumbs it down. Whatever you want. But if you can, please subscribe and come back for more. Thank you for watching.